honouring performances by some of the best cricketers in the world in the ESPNcricinfo Awards for 2010. And it's now time to look at the best bowling performances in one-day internationals. Now, it tends to be a batting-dominated game, but here was a short list of the best performances that the jury looked at. These were the nominees. Umar Gul 6 for 42 versus England in the third one-day international at the Oval, with limited overs cricket and never too far away from Umar Gul. Ryan Harris had two fine games, 5 for 19 versus Pakistan in the fourth one-day international at Perth. And then at the Oval, he took 5 for 32, this time against England. Tissara Pereira took 5 for 46 against Australia in the first one-day international at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. And Shane Bonds sadly lost to international cricket. Now he's retired. 4 for 26 versus Australia in the fifth one-day international at Wellington. And the winner was Umar Gul, who's produced some fantastic performances in T20 cricket over the years as well. But this time it was his 6 for 42 in a one-day game. And he's interesting, isn't he, Sanjay? Because he tends to swing the ball away with the new ball, but he's actually, if anything, more lethal when he comes back with the old ball.
Again, a typical Pakistani bowler. And that performance is also a typical Pakistani performance where, the batting team is chasing a comfortable target, 10 overs to go, they need to score at just 4 runs an over, and they've got plenty of wickets in hand. Then a Wasim or a Waqar would come and just give them the shock of their lives. And that's exactly what Umar Gul has done. And where they are really lethal is for new batsmen. If you have 2 new batsmen at the crease, then the equation doesn't matter because they have these skills to get you out if you're new. Once you get the hang of what's coming, then maybe you can survive. But to get batsmen out quickly and then, create that slide is where they're special. And it was a typical, when you look at it, a typical Pakistani fast bowler's performance.
It's interesting you say that because Wasim has often said that when you're bowling to a new batsman, I realized that I was on top of my game and he was still to discover it. So it was my best chance.
And I've seen it from the non-strikers' end. Actually, the way, that run-up change and the whole attitude when they saw a new batsman facing them. If somebody got 50, you could see Wasim was just running in differently and a wicket was gone, new batsman in. There's just a completely different approach.
Not quite the fire and fury of Waqar Younis, but you still see that the ball curving wickedly when Umar Gul comes on again?
Yeah, and he doesn't do it anywhere near as regularly as the two Ws used to do it. I mean, they were, they used to do it all the time. But certainly when Umar Gul gets it right, he's a very difficult proposition. There's something also about the Oval that he likes, because I seem to recall him doing it a couple of times in T20 games at the Oval. One where he absolutely destroyed New Zealand. But he obviously, and I guess it's natural if you're comfortable batting at a place, you look forward to batting there. I guess it's exactly the same for the bowler. But once again, it's exciting because he's got to pitch the ball up to get that swing. And again, you're in a situation where it's a tight finish in the game, and the bowler is at risk because he's got to pitch it up. He could disappear out of the park at a time when it's crucial that he doesn't do that. And he's taking the punt that I can be better than you. So there's a certain amount of bravery required from the bowler to have the heart and the confidence in his own ability to be able to win that battle against the batsman when, if you lose the battle, you've probably lost the war for your team.
And Sanjay, you're right, in this spell that Umar Gul bowled, he got Morgan and Bresnan in 1 over, then he got Swan quickly coming back. So wickets were falling in a heap. Now, with Pakistan a bit handicapped at the World Cup without Asif and Amir, do you think Umar Gul has it in him to come up and shoulder the attack almost?
He can do that because they've got some decent spinners as well. Losing Sohail Tanvir also wasn't such a great thing for Pakistan, but too much of a workload. That's why I don't think too many teams apart from you are backing Pakistan to win 3 big games in a row, because there are couple of bowlers in the bowling attack, 2 batsmen in the batting team. You need more than just 4 or 5 players, I think.
Actually, maybe that's, if you look at Pakistan as a collective, they don't seem to be winning too many matches. But whether it's batting performances, a lot of them, even if they haven't won the award, there are a lot of performances that make a very good shortlist. Individual performances.
Yeah, I mean, individually, they've got some brilliant individuals. But, I look at Umar Gul as a bit like Pakistan. I don't think he's consistent enough to carry Pakistan to an amazing victory in the World Cup. He might do it in one game, but to do it over a tournament, I think he's like the team. I don't think he's consistent enough.
That's where I think he's slightly different from Wasim and Waqar. Exactly the point that you made earlier.
Yes, Wasim and Waqar and Umar Gul now, maybe in his own way, a successor from that great school of fast bowling. So Umar Gul's 6 for 42 is the ESPNcricinfo winner for the best bowling performance in a one-day international for 2010.